Obviously, it didn't turn out as planned, but there's so many things and so many different obstacles that we, as a team, had to overcome. For me personally as well. So, not a bad year, but obviously not the way we wanted to end it.
Tim McMahon.
Russ, what happened with Rondo's brother that upset you?
I don't know, man. When people at the game, you're supposed to shut your mouth and watch the game. That's the rules, especially when you have families and people here. Apparently, I guess, because Rondo was talking shit, he decided he wanted to hop in too. But, it's okay. It's all good. I get it. He wanted to take up for his brother. I don't know what, but that's it. But those rules stand for everybody, though. No matter who it is, family, whatever. But when you cross that line, then he's supposed to be at home. There's no rules and regulations for that. But, he started talking crazy, and, I don't play that game, so.
Mark Medina.
Hey, Russ, James was just saying earlier that it's going to be key this offseason for the organization to put the right pieces around you and him. What do you feel needs to be done to have the kind of cast you need?
It's not my decision, man. That's not my job as a player to come out and be ready to play. And that's it. That's all I can worry about.
Dan Wokey.
Did you see enough from the 2 months of small ball before the shutdown and obviously what you had here to feel confident that it's a sustainable system of winning?
Yeah, man. I think it is definitely, when you have the right guys and the right group of guys that can do it, it's definitely sustainable. It's just here we have a lot of different obstacles, man, that deterred us. Myself trying to get healthy, missing a few guys here and there. So it definitely changed our rhythm a little bit, but definitely something that you can build off of and something that that can put teams in the bind.
Brandon Scott.
Hey Russ, what happened to y'all defensively in this series? That seemed to be y'all's strength in the bubbles and especially start the playoffs. What happened to y'all defensively at the end?
Transition just they're a good team. We not as big as them, but we lost some size with D House leaving and kind of our switching a little bit, and they were very comfortable the whole series. I didn't think we put enough pressure on them to use our size. And we had some spurts throughout the games where we did it, but not enough to win the series.
Mark Berman.
Plus, after getting a year with Mike, how hopeful are you? He's in the last year of his contract. How hopeful are you that he's back next year with you guys?
I don't get into contracts, coaches, but one thing I do about Mike, he's a hell of a person, and that's what I admire more about anybody is who they are as people. Coaching and basketball is something that we love to do, but that will be something we do our whole life. So when I'm able to connect personally with Mike and know a little bit about him and his history and understanding who he is as a person is something that I admire more than anything.
Simone Ali.
Hey Russ, with this first year in Houston with Harden, how did you feel that chemistry evolved between you two?
It definitely was fine. We figured it out. It was nothing. I know it was a conversation when I first got here. Who had a ball, who wouldn't. That died down very quickly once we start figuring it out. And I made adjustments to my game and try to figure out the best way to impact the team, and that's all I can do.
Adam Spolin.
Russ, how much did your quad affect you over this playoff run?
It wasn't 100%, but I'm not the guy to make excuses. I love to compete, but it is what it is. Obviously, an injury like this takes normally a couple weeks. I have time for that, especially home series. I had to come back, trying to give myself a chance. So I get time now to get healthy, and just unfortunate for me because it's very frustrating, honestly, man. Coming to Houston and then catching COVID, I had to sit back 21 days without working out. When I came into Houston, I was kind of probably in the best shape I've been in a long time, coming from the break. And then I had to kind of get reacclimated, and I got here, played 2 games, and then boom, I got hurt again. So it's just very frustrating, honestly, for me, man, and knowing that in the postseason is where you're supposed to elevate your game, and I was just trying to catch rhythm at the time, and it's not time for that. But I just got to get back to the drawing board and make sure I get healthy, and that's most important.
We'll take 2 more. Jonathan Scott.
I don't know which one to say, but I just lost, so I don't really care what going in the bubble now.
Morgan Mitchell.
Honestly, what I think about every day. It's something that my team and myself, I constantly work on, whether it's in my community or globally, figuring out to stay impactful, because that's the most important part. Like I said, basketball is something that we do. It's our platform, but it's not something I would do for the rest of my life. And that's a short period of my life, and the rest determines your legacy. And that's something that I'm very prideful in, something that I kind of think about every single day. And want to make sure that that's the most important part that I leave, especially behind for my kids, and for the kids I look up to.
Thank you, Russell.
Yep.